Hi guys, I've just finished my strength training today. So I'm going to do my stretches. I usually do it at the gym right after my session, but I thought I'd film it for you today so you can do it as well. We're going to do the front splits and the middle splits. Let's get started. You might need 2 blocks, 1 strap. You definitely need a weight, and I like to have a couple of rolled up socks so I can place my heels on it. Fabulous. Let's get started. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. Pushing the hips towards the sky, and then start pedaling the legs from side to side. Stretching your calves, hamstrings, or pushing the sit bones up towards the sky, and then the heels down towards the mat. Pressing both heels equally towards the mat. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the knee and split the hips. Opening the hips here. Start making circles with the right knee. Nice. Step on the outside of the right hand. Then come into a lizard. Maybe you drop the back knee here. If you can, come onto your elbows, whatever works for you. And deep breaths here, very important to breathe, to relax the muscles. Nice, drop the back knees. You can stay onto your elbows or come back onto your hands if that helps. The right arm is gonna lift, and then bring the arm back. Maybe you bend the left knee and grab the foot. Full quad and hip flexor stretch. Kick the leg back, squeeze the glutes. Deep breaths. Nice, release, come back onto your hands for another lizard. And we're going to roll over the left heel to come into a side lunge here. Try and keep the right heel on the ground if you can. And we're pushing the hips down. Maybe we hold. Flexing the left toes and bring the left toes towards the sky here. So we're coming into an external rotation of the left thigh. Nice, roll back onto the left toes, and we step back into plank. Drop the knees, push the hips back, child's pose. Moving the hips from side to side. And coming back into your downward facing dog. And deep breaths. And left leg lifts on the inhale. Bend the knee, split the hips. Really lift the left knee here. And big circle. Nice, we're going to step the left foot on the outside of the left hand for a lizard. I like to pulse my hips down here, but feel free to drop the back knee and hold. Whatever works for you. Maybe you come onto the elbows. And again, focusing on the breath. Might be able to stay on your elbows or come back onto your hands. Drop the back knee, left arm lift. If you can, grab the back foot and kick the leg back, squeeze the glute. Try and keep the hips low here. So what you don't want to do is having to bring the hips up like that to grab the foot. If that's the case, we're going to stay into a twist. And again, we focus on the breath. Very nice, release. Come back into your lizard. And roll over the right heel, right toes towards the sky for a side lunge. Nice, roll back onto your lizard. Step back into plank. Drop the knees, push the hips back. Child's pose. Okay, coming into tabletop, you might want to grab the blocks here. I like to start with the block and then drop them, just so I can really relax into the stretch and focus on the breathing again. Okay, so we're going to come into a low lunge, right foot forward to start. And then pushing the hips forward. Keep the back nice and straight. Try and keep the shoulders over the hips. Nice, we're going to extend the right leg, flex the toes, folding forward, half split. And then come back into your low lunge. And again. Very nice. Let's slow hold it here. You can get rid of your blocks and grab your weights now. We're going to hold the weight overhead. You might need to grab a little pillow for your back knee here if it's too intense. Squeeze the glutes and come into a back bend here. So we're going to push your hands back and away from you. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release and come back into your child's pose. Deep breaths. Nice. Coming into tabletop, grabbing the block once more. Let's do the left side, left foot forward. Shoulders over the hips. Come into a mini back bend already. Squeeze the glutes. We're opening the hips here. And then we're going to go into a half split to stretch the hamstring. Remember to flex the left toes. Fold forward if you can. And then come back into your low lunge. We'll do this a few times. If you've got a side that is a little bit tighter than the other, mine is the right side. That's why I start with the right side. You want to spend a bit more time on the side that is a bit tighter, so you can pause the video at any point if you need. Ready to grab the weight and hold it overhead. Nice, lengthen the spine, squeeze the glutes and then push the weight back. 5 more breaths. And 1. Slowly release. Don't drop the weight on your head, please. We don't want this. Nice, come back into your tabletop and child's pose, push the hips back. Gorgeous. Here we're gonna come into pigeon and we'll do frog pose. Start with the right knee again. From a tabletop, right knee behind the right wrist, bring the right foot to the left. That's when you might want to use the strap. So make sure it's near your mat. Slide the left leg back. Walking the shoulders over wrist again to come into a mini back bend. And what we want to do is keep the weight onto the left side here so the hips are squared. But we're going to take a bit of an active stretch here. So we're going to do a bit of mobility here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the weight to the right glute, take a sit, and then push the weight back onto the left side. So we're moving from side to side. I need to readjust the foot here as well if needed. The more space you get. Very nice. Last one. And then come into your pigeon and hold. Again, you can use blocks if you need to sit on something. Now we're coming into a quad and hip flexor stretch. Quad and hip flexor stretch here. The right hand stays in the middle, left arm comes back. We're going to grab the left foot and try and bring the foot to the bum here. Squeeze the glutes. And again, deep breaths. You can stay here if you'd like. I'm going to take the bind. I'm going to grab the foot and then flip the grip so I can open the front of the hip a little bit more. Feel free to use the strap. If you've got the foot, kick the leg away from you. Nice, slowly release. Sit onto the right glute and bring the left foot forward. Left foot on the outside of the right thigh. Sit tall. Ooh, that's a bit wonky here. Hands either side of the hips, right arm lift. On the exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Shoulders away from the ears. Nice and tall. Keep the left knee as close as you can to the chest here. Nice, come back to center, cross your ankles, and come back into your tabletop. Maybe take a quick child's pose here if you want to stretch it out. And then we're going to take the left side. Left knee behind the left wrist, left foot to the right, flex the foot, and then we're going to slide the right leg back to find our pigeon. Walking the shoulders over hips. And again, let's do some mobility work. We're going to sit onto the left glute, then roll back to the right. Nice, one more. And hold, maybe you bring the foot further forward. An option to take the bind. Right arm comes back, grab the foot, squeeze the foot to the bum. And again, it's all about the breath here. Nice, maybe you flip your grip here. And if you do have the grip or the bind, kick the leg back for an active stretch. Nice, slowly release. Sit onto the left glute. Right foot comes on the outside of the left thigh. Sit nice and tall. Left arm lift on the inhale. And on the exhale, take your twist to the right. Nice, come back to center. Roll over the knees and come into your tabletop. Coming into another hip opener here. Make sure the weight is close to you so you can use it. We're going to slide the knees to the side. Flex the toes. Hips in line with the knees and ankles in line with the knees too. Now let's start with some mobility first. Squeeze the glutes. From here, we're going to push the hips as far forward as you can. And exhale, push the hips as far back as you can. So you might not go far, but don't worry about it. And again. And again, all about the breath. One more. Nice. From here, you might want to grab the weight and place it onto your back or your hips, whatever it fits. It's a little bit harder with a kettlebell than with a plate, but just make sure you don't drop in on your toes or your fingers. And we stay here and breathe. To come out of this one, take the weights off, and then we're slowly gonna push ourselves back into child's pose. We're gonna start with the front splits here. I like to use something underneath my front heel. I'm going to start with my right foot because it's my tightest side. Keep the weight next to you, we're gonna need it. I start with the block. I'm gonna bring my heel onto the pillow. And I'm finding my split. Let's bring the shoulders over the hips. And again, deep breaths here. Squeeze the glutes. Once you find your spot, you might need to bring a block underneath for balance. Then you can grab your weight and hold it overhead. Squeeze the glute. Five more breaths. And 5, nice. Slowly release, take your time and slide it back. Take a quick child's pose here. And we'll take the left side. Okay, no rush. Really breathe with this one, because if you're tense, it's not gonna go well. I don't get too attached to the physical practice here. Stay consistent. I will come. Okay, we're gonna hold the weight overhead. Again, it's a bit of balancing here. Maybe you keep one hand on the ground for balance. Nice, slowly release. And take another child's pose. This one was a bit wobbly today. I'm gonna bring my heels onto the socks and then I'm gonna slide out. I found it so much easier to do it on a slippery platform. So I'm really letting gravity do the work. We're gonna have the weight next to us as well, so we can place it on our back. If you don't feel comfortable using the weight, do it without the weight, keeping the hands onto the mat. And then we slide the heels to the side, pushing the hips down. Sway forward and back. Then place your weight onto the back. I've lost my mic. Now we take 5 breaths here. And 5, be careful when you remove the weights. Moving back with the chest and then slowly cruise the legs. Shake it off. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the video, so I can make some more. And I wish you a lovely rest of the day.